Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football Manager Projects. And our match for you today comes from Estadio León in Mexico as we take on León. As you'll remember from last time, we won, which is always excellent. We're up to 21st place in the league. And here we go with the next chapter of this December to remember. Some fitness concerns here among the players in our squad, but there's not much that we can do about it. We have to start some of these guys. We need to rotate, and we're going to do the best that we can to rotate given what we're given. That's the way that it is in Football Manager. It's not always perfect, but you have to play with the cards that you have been dealt. And that's the way it is sometimes in life too, isn't it? We, once again, are the underdogs, so we pump the fists and we let them know we're the underdogs. Let's go out there and let's give them something to remember, just like we did last game against Seattle. And here we are coming out in front of the not-so-great crowd in Estadio León, and we'll see how it goes. It's always very nice to have you here along with us. And if you haven't done so yet, you should look down in the description of the video at the link to my blog, in which I talk about my feelings about these matches and how things are going. As Angela Mena opens the scoring for León, and this is not the way that we wanted to start it. What a nice strike that was, though. A nice bend to it as he went right around our wall. There was very little that we could do about that, and not much that Schubert could do at all. Now we have to hope that we get at least some sort of offense out of these boys. That's a real early goal to give up 2 minutes into the match. And here comes León again with a throw in a very dangerous area. Looks like we have most of a clearance, but not all the way. Dirkner, is he going to show up for us today is one of the big questions we have as Tonin brings the ball down the pitch. Tonin, and I'm not sure who that pass was to. I guess it was to Dirkner. Tonin fighting off his man. Fonseca, and then Beerus. I thought Beerus was going to get a shot in an open net. Didn't quite happen that time. And here comes the corner. We are looking for our young and tall Chinese player who unfortunately was not able to get a foot on it or get a head on it. But that wasn't too bad from us, and at least we're looking like creating something offensively. It would be nice if Tonin wouldn't pass the ball directly into the back foot of the player guarding him. But like I said, beggars can't be choosers. There's León again with the ball in another dangerous area, but Sabagano is there to make the clearance, and Burke plays that backwards pass, which is not really what we want to see him do. It looks like León was able to get the ball off of us in the end for another quick shot on goal, but Schubert is there with the safe hands to make the save. I was about to tell you the interesting thing about this project is that this initially started off as a blog, and it is still chiefly a blog. The reason why I came onto YouTube is because I was playing around originally with a few different ways to try to show highlights on my blog, and unfortunately Substack was not very... it was not easy to use different GIF files and other things on Substack, and so eventually I started using the Substack video service, which was not wonderful, and that led me to consider just coming straight to YouTube anyway, maybe being able to get after a larger audience. And so here we are today, starting up on YouTube with very, very little to show for it. But that's kind of the way it is. Tonin needs to blast that one into the back of the net. Don't know what he was thinking with that. When you're one-on-one with a keeper like that, you got to be able to blast it. And usually he's good at doing that. Tonin is one of those players who, one game he may have 4 goals for you, and then the next 3 he'll have nothing, and you'll wonder why you're sticking with him all this time. I know that he's young. He may be able to improve, but I wonder if he isn't secretly inconsistent. Football Manager likes to do that with you to you from time to time. The problem is that we can't play those wonderful young players that we have up front all the time. We need to rotate. Beerus to Tonin, and that's going in. That was always going to be a goal. Beautiful goal by Tonin. That's number 11, I believe I saw of the season. We do have an offensive attack. I love this kid Beerus too. This 16-year-old kid is an excellent player. Look at the vision as he sees that he's being double-teamed, and Tonin was always going to hit that shot in. 1-1, it's a brand new ball game, and can we pull off the upset is the question. I certainly hope that we can. Let's see what happens. This is León again with the ball in a dangerous area. I don't know why they keep getting these throw-ins right at the edge of the box like that. It would be nice if we could do something similar, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's in the cards, at least in the first half today, as Schubert comes up with the save. Safe hands as always. Pretty nice build-up there by Leon, but as you can see, if you watch our defenders, we're able to get back on time, and we're able to get back very, very smoothly with no real cause for alarm. Are they going to hit Zhang Shirlin here? No, but it's Ricard. Oh, and he was only a few. That hit the top post. I wanted to see a replay of that. That was about as close to a goal, I think, as Ricard is ever going to get. Zhang Shirlin, who is our young Chinese player, is having an awful, awful game. We're going to keep starting him, though, because we need defenders who are tall who can actually play. Again, we can't start the likes of some of these other young players that we've put on so far this season every single match, and we are struggling for those good quality back defenders who can get back in time and who can make stops should our fast break offense not work the way that we want to. Beautiful tiki-taka play there by Leon. And do they get anything out of it? No, that hits the top crossbar again. So we had one goal that bounced off the top crossbar for our sake, and then there was another one in which the crossbar saved us. That was always going wide. So, the crossbar giveth and the crossbar taketh away. Let's see what exactly this is. I think this is that shot that we just saw that was going wide. Alt Benacer needs to find out where the net is. Not a bad build-up there by Leon, but that was really not in much danger of scoring a goal. Not sure why that highlight was shown, but they didn't show us the highlight from the header that just hit off the top crossbar. Zhang Shirlin has a yellow card and is not playing well. We're going to have to put Lundqvist back out there. And unfortunately, that's really all we're going to be able to do with him. When I put this team together, I was thinking more about the guys playing on the left and the right and what we could do to sort of help them out. And speaking of which, I do not have Shohu on this team. We really have a problem with these midfielders on the side. Okafor, as you can see, is not having a good game at all. And it would be really nice if we could take him off. And unfortunately, there's not really much of a choice for us to do that. Paredes, I suppose we could take him off and put in Pinter. I think that's what we're going to do here. Let's see if Pinter has something maybe a little bit more to offer for us. Normally I would put in Erskal, but I want to make sure that he's fit enough to actually play a full 90 minutes. The last game we had to take him off, as you recall, at halftime, which is always a very, very dangerous situation. One of our best offensive players who can't seem to stay out there long enough to make anything happen. The game, again, is glitching. I closed everything that I could here on my computer to try to prevent that from happening, but it looks like we're still having a little bit of glitching issues. And do not foul, do not foul. And, well, I guess it was a great play by Rodriguez there for Leon until the finish. Really wasn't much of a finish by him, and Schubert was always going to be there to get that save. Schubert, by the way, is becoming better and better in goal, as my assistant manager has been telling me. He's been training very, very well lately. And that's exactly what we didn't want to see there from Okafor. We did not want to see that sort of foul given up. He's the player who I wanted to take off anyway, and I probably should have taken him off there at halftime and just put somebody else in. It's hard because we don't have Shohu in to make that sort of automatic substitution that we normally would, but that's just really, really poor from him. That goal has got to be counted against him. It was a really, really bad tackle by him to cause that, and it was totally unnecessary in my opinion. And good finish there by Mena, and so we're going to make that move right away. Let's see who we have here on the bench to come in for Okafor. Not much. I guess we could try Oliveira, but doesn't look like he's really going to be able to offer it for us. Ershal actually might be able to come in. That might be an interesting experiment. Let's try to put Ershal out there. We already put Pinter in, and let's just go with that and sort of see what happens. Then we have to remember to unpause the game. And Leon, of course, have the ball again in a dangerous area. And Burke was able to get back there and get rid of that one. Sabagana with an excellent, excellent play, forcing the wide shot. Yeah, that wasn't too bad at all, was it? As you can see there, good play by Burke. And then, well, they didn't show the Sabagana part, but he had another excellent play there on the side, forcing a off-balance shot. Hey, so we might have something going for us here. Beerus now. Beerus doesn't have that speed that the other Gazelles have, but he's a good player, and that was a beautiful pass to Fonseca. If that is Holm instead of Fonseca, I think we see a goal. Beautiful pass, again, showing excellent, excellent vision as he comes forward and can see his man right there behind him and off to the side. That was very, very pretty and very, very well done. We need to see more of that from these guys as they continue to develop. Leon again with the ball in a dangerous, dangerous spot. And hard shot after hard shot is knocked off of our defenders. And Urschel there with a pretty poor tackle to end it. Not too bad, though. We have guys who at least have the bravery and the sense to get in the way of hard shots like that instead of letting them trouble the goalkeeper. And not much there from Montes. Again, for Leon, they're getting those shots on goal, which is not what we want to see happen. And Dirkner's having a bad game, and I don't really have anybody on the bench to substitute for him. Dirkner having another poor performance. He's had poor performances like all over the place this season. Here's Pinter with the ball in the dangerous area. Urschel now back to Beerus, and that wasn't much. Oh, I tell you, Pinter just doesn't have that quality that you need to see from somebody in that position, but if he were able to develop it, we really would have something going here as a team. Urschel now playing on that unfamiliar side on the right. Urschel to Beerus, and yeah, we need to have better pass than that, I would say, and definitely better finishing. Very, very pretty run, but you got to run up a little bit more with this instead of passing it to a guy who's basically double teamed. Anyway, good play by Leon to keep that one away, but we're getting the ball into at least somewhat dangerous positions. I like what I see so far. Dirkner again, don't give it up. Dirkner back to Richard, and now we're playing it back to Schubert, which is definitely not the way that we want to see this offense works. There we go. Push it forward, boys. Push it forward as quickly as you can, and let's see if we can get something going. Well, that wasn't much. Urschel, I think, is just not used to playing from this side, and normally if I were actually messing around with the tactic, I probably would have him be some sort of an inverted winger. Beerus must score. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, I thought that was on target, but not quite, and more glitching from the game as we go along. We are here in one of the more dramatic, I think, tense moments of the game. That was a nice shot, a little chip job by him, but it wasn't really headed for goal, unfortunately. Burke, it looks like, is in need of being taken off, and so we'll make that change coming up here and hope that we can survive. Oliveira or Cruz is the question. We'll probably put in Oliveira because Cruz is still a little bit worn out from his previous match. And I think we're just going to sort of keep it that way and sort of hope that we can hold on for dear life. I guess I do have Okpala here on the bench. I'm not sure if Okpala's even played this season. We're going to put him in there for Dirkner, who's having a really, really poor match. And that's it. That's all we get. 5 substitutions is all, 5 from 9. Normally you'd think that'd be a lot, but with the sort of schedule that we're facing, 5 sure doesn't feel like much. Urschel now with the corner, and he hits Lundqvist for the equalizer, for the tie. My goodness. First of the game for Lundqvist, first of the save, first of his career. This Lundqvist kid, who's also 16 years old, the Swede, is an excellent, excellent defender. And look at what he gets on that header. He just has enough height to get it over. Beautiful, beautiful play for a player who's going to make us forget all about what we lost when we had our elder statesman retire just the other day. What an excellent play. Now, can we hold on is the question. And that's a goal kick for us. I guess that didn't hit Schubert. I'm not certain that I understand that at all. Here we have the ball in another dangerous area. I'm happy with 1 point here, boys, but if you really want to push it, we can try. Navarro now, Navarro, and that's not very much. Very good play by Oliveira. These boys, I tell you, they're starting to develop that self-confidence that they need. I don't have much confidence in the game at the moment. I might need to fiddle around a little bit with the graphics settings, perhaps. It's probably because I am recording this at the same time that I'm playing it. But the glitching is really starting to make me ask some questions here. Leon again glitching their way through everything, and that's the final whistle. 2-2 is the draw. It's a well-deserved draw by us, and I really think this might be the sign of something good to come. I'll give you a quick look there at the standings on the right side of the screen. This puts us up to the moment in 20th position, and we have 18 points, which is great. 18 points out of 20 matches. As you can see, those in the relegation zone have 12 and 14 points, and we play both Pumas and Houston coming up here later on in December. So this is going to be exciting. As I said before, this is a December to remember. Thank you very much for joining us. If you enjoyed that, please on YouTube hit the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe, watch some of our past videos, and come check out the blog and read a little bit more about this and my feelings behind these matches. And we'll see you tomorrow.